Hello. Today I would like to talk about while standing as a stance and as a pressure tool. If you'd like to know more about the videos that are up and coming and what I plan to do, make sure to check the description just because I hate when people put too much shit at the beginning of the video. So let's go. So basically what I want to talk about today is while standing and how it pertains to pressure and attacks and just with your opponent. So obviously you guys all know the main component or the main aspect of a while standing is to punish a low move. So I'll just show that right now just so we're all on the same page. Right, I get that for free. But what I want to encourage you to think about, and this is kind of the an more intermediate level of how you might approach while standing as a stance, is especially if you have a while standing move, a full crouch move. You can use while standing moves as a way to interrupt, to pressure, and to basically start ducking in your opponent's face. So if you're ducking here and you want to just do a while standing 4, that's going to interrupt them. And what if they try to do something like, whatever they want to do, and that's going to allow you to open up a lot more pressure, not only in the moves themselves, but also movement pressure, movement in terms of like spacing and all that good stuff. For Negan, he has some pretty good while standing moves. He has while standing 3, which is +9 on hit. You can see that. That's something that I try to use. And +1 or +8 for while standing 1. He obviously has this, which is natural. His 12 frame while standing punishment, which is really good. I like it, and you get a stance mix up. But if you just do the 1 by itself, you get a +8, which you can do shove right after if they start getting antsy, and that can also just give you some mental frames, because if they just block it, you're at probably like a -3. Yeah, -3. I mean, that's like you can still step, you can still do a lot of things, and they might be kind of scared, especially if you're not finishing it, and then you can just kind of loop it over and over again until they decide to press a button. And this is actually really useful, I think, and I think all high levels players know. They know while standing as more of a stance and a tool rather than just a overall to block punish lows. But something that I want to show is just how effective this can be, because right now this is kind of theoretical, I guess. You have to kind of play around with it to really make it into reality. But what I'm going to show you right now is actually something that you can take into your match right away, and it has to do with while standing 4. Not necessarily Negan's while standing 4, but Noctis's, and I'll go ahead and show you that right now. So something that you may not know is Noctis's while standing 4 is really good. Not that it has any crazy crazy properties about it. Like, it's fairly generic while standing, or it's 11 frames, -6 on block, pretty basic. But one thing that really stands out is kind of like King's. He goes really high with his kick, and that actually leaves the opponent really far on block. So if you make them block while standing 4, then you can kind of look for if they try to retaliate. Usually it's by jabs, because people like to jab right after they block something, and you can actually launch them for a full combo, and I can show you that right now. Of course, it's the video curse where you try to show something and it never works. But I can show you something actually that I know will work. So instead of just doing down forward 2 right after, that's kind of risky. Usually what you should do is you should do while standing 4 and then do a backdash. So I'll show that. And then watch what happens. See that? And then we can see if we can actually get it to... Yep. So as you can see, while standing 4 actually leaves your opponent really far on block and allows you to even get some really free damage on them if they choose to jab or even do a mid. So I would encourage any intermediate player to look at specifically their character, what kind of while standing moves they have, and really kind of just start incorporating them in their play. I know if you're a Raven player or, you know, someone who has a lot of full crouch moves, you're probably already aware of the importance of wall standing. For instance, Maven's wall standing 2 and wall standing 1. But if you don't, like for instance, if you're, I don't know, Devil Jin or something, I would really encourage you to start looking at your wall standing moves as more than just block punishers and as pokes as well, you know, as things you can actually start using. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this was at least somewhat helpful to you. And if you already knew this, then hopefully this is something that you can actually expand upon. Thank you.